Now that we have rested, we may continue, yes?
Yes, let's continue. Time to go confront Mr. Ron Hope. Apparently is behind this whole thing.
Smugglers always like to use Hope Tech ships to resemble legitimate transports. I wonder how the company feels about that.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Pardon.
Keep an eye on your valuables.
If you can't protect your own, you don't...
You ever check out the prices at Trident?
I'm not here to persuade him. I'm here to confront him.
That's very generous, Mr. Hope.
It's well earned, Burkett.
Just in case.
We set some ambitious...
Just in case I need it. Let's use a paramour.
quotas. You met everyone. Good to see you again. Well, I've just received a report from the Marshal about your progress. He said you had a promising lead on the mercenaries who stole my ship. I trust you're here with good news? Of course. What have you learned? Oh, the same Paxton Hull who was court-martialed during the Colony War? Well, I've never met the man, and I can't imagine why he'd make an accusation against me. That two-faced bastard kept the slate. Oh, I suppose this is his revenge against the Council of Governors for what happened during the war. I'm impressed, Deputy. It's clear you have a bright future ahead of you.
What's going on? What is this about, Mr. Hope?
Nothing that concerns you, Burkett. In fact, why don't you make yourself scarce?
I think I'd like to hear what the deputy has to say.
The cards are on the table. So why not? The truth is, we've been falling behind the competition. Significantly so. We needed solutions. A few years ago, I began to diversify. We started to research chemicals, fuel, those sort of things. We developed an experimental fertilizer. Oh, and it failed utterly. It wiped out entire crops. I was prepared to write the whole thing off when we made a discovery that changed everything. Turns out, our fertilizer was transforming the soil, bolstering its mineral content tenfold. Not all at once, of course, but we could never find anything that would grow in it. Eventually, everything we tried to plant failed and died. Mining is expensive, and so is the cost of raw materials. My mineral-enriching fertilizer solves several problems at once. The farmers provide free manual labor, and once the land is ready, we move in to extract and process the soil.
You sit on the Council of Governors. You betrayed the very people you are supposed to represent.
I wish there'd been another way. but I had to play the hand I was dealt. Look, I'll level with you. We're falling behind the competition. The hardworking people of this town depend on me for their livelihoods, and I won't let them down. Cutting my costs means saving their jobs.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How could you do something so awful to innocent people, to families?
Not another word out of you, Birgit. I can take your job. And more. We'll discuss this later. In any case, I suppose the gig is up. I give you my word that I'll call off the operation and return the land to its rightful owners. You're right, yeah. Those families deserve to be compensated for the inconvenience. Perhaps a discount on their next purchase from HopeTech.
They might not be so keen to purchase a ship built with the blood of their compatriots.
With that resolved, let's talk about you. As a member of the Council of Governors, I'm authorized to award you a substantial bonus. And of course, we'll both agree to forget about my little cost-cutting endeavor. Well, let's not be too hasty, Deputy. There's something else you need to consider. I'll do what's necessary to protect my company and my employees. If you tell anyone about this, you're risking their livelihoods. Do you really want to put all these people out of work and make their families suffer? Justice can be complicated, Deputy. Sometimes the cost of exacting justice is greater than the cost of doing nothing. I'll make myself very plain. I won't let you jeopardize my reputation, this company, or the people who work for me. If that means you suffer an unfortunate incident at the hands of my security personnel, so be it. I'm important. You're nothing.
You're not...
You have overestimated.
Such a shame to see.
The spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
Okay. I guess she got the other one.
Quiet. Did you hear that? We are a very effective team, are we not?
He tried to have you killed. I don't understand. Mr. Hope always seemed like such a good person. But everything he said about the farmers and hiring those mercenaries, it was so awful. I'm just a little in shock. I'm still not sure I understand what happened. A conspiracy to steal farmland? It's just so hard to believe. That's not the Ron Hope I know. The first part is true. He always looked out for us, for his employees. No, of course not. But there was more to him than that. He had a genuinely good side, a caring side. And now he's... You killed him. Nobody should ever want that. Especially when it means killing someone who meant so much to so many people. What happens to us now? That would be Elana. Elana Nwankwo. She seems pretty capable. Maybe we'll be okay after all. I guess we'll have to figure things out. Find a path forward.
There are uncertain times ahead for you, but they will pass.
And back to Marshal Blake. We could probably fast travel from here. Yep.
I spent significant time here meeting with smugglers. Brings back memories.
Sorry, spaceport is always.
Astra are sometimes spotted by the farms. That's why we only...
The Council of Governors meet in our very own Aquila City.
Well, hey there.
Welcome to the Rock, I guess.
I'm proud to be helping the Freestar Rangers.
Whoops, he's down there. I figured the marshal would be in his office. I walked right past him.
You're back. Good to see you back safe, Deputy. What's the word on the mech factory? Were the mercenaries hiding out there? Damn, you've got guts of steel. Did you find out why the first was taking over farms? What? Ron Hope? That's one hell of an accusation, Deputy.
Are you really that surprised? Hope's always had a reputation as a man who'd do anything to succeed.
He's on the damn council, Emma.
So he can make laws favorable to his business interests. Sure, he's known to look after his people, but do you really think he gives a damn about some farmers on Montara Luna?
Did Hope explain his motives at all? That has a familiar ring to it.
I recall hearing about some Hope Tech initiative to help farmers. At the time, I just figured it was a PR stunt. Seems a little more sinister now.
Please, tell me you've got some evidence to back up these extraordinary claims. All right, let's see what you've got. Interesting. Yeah, this is pretty damning. Especially this last bit about destroying the slate. And you confronted Hope about this? Damn. This is going to send shockwaves throughout the Freestar Collective. If the people can't trust their leaders, anarchy could follow.
Have a little faith, Daniel. We're not the United Colonies. One bad apple won't spoil the whole damn barrel.
Easy for you to say. You ain't the Marshal.
Not yet, but you ain't gonna live forever, old man.
While we've got you here, there's one last piece of business to take care of. Emma, would you please?
With pleasure, Marshal. When you first joined us, I told you that you'd undergo an evaluation process. There's one thing left to do. A simple question. Do you feel ready to wear the badge of a full-fledged Freestar Ranger? Good. Duty and honor are the backbone of the Freestar Rangers. Marshal, I approve the deputy for advancement to the rank of Ranger.
Thank you, Ranger Wilcox. In your time serving as a deputy, you've shown exceptional courage, fearless tenacity, and a high regard for the safety of our citizens. By the authority granted to me by the Council of Governors, I hereby promote you to the rank of Ranger. Here's your badge. Wear it with pride. But don't forget the solemn responsibility it represents.
Well done.
You've shown that faith was well placed. Let's hear it for our new Ranger.
Oh,
Well
done. Way to go.
Congratulations!
Truth is, she looks up to you.
And they grant me a Star Eagle class starship.
Trying to keep track of the bag.
Let's go take a look at it.
Got to admit, I'm impressed how fast you made full range.
You know, his activities have now updated.
Got the Ranger's badge, did ya? That's great.
And the next quest in line is to join the Vanguard. And just by coincidence, I think that's the next thing I'm going to do. So let's see. They gave me a Ranger spacesuit and a Ranger skip pack, which is a skip capacity boost pack, and a Ranger space helmet, and Ranger deputy uniform. Actually, Ranger dual wear is the red one. And what I really want is a nice hat. Has to be someplace in town I could buy a frippin' hat.
Take a look around. Everyone needs supplies. How about I just show you instead of tell you?
Do you have a hat? Oh, I mean a hat, a real hat.
Aquila City is really the
Suppose
heart.
I could take a couple of moments to look around.
Okay, let's all just take a breath here. We all want to protect people from the Ash Town. We're on this...
Guard barracks, okay. Oh, they aren't going to be so hats.
If it weren't for the walls, the whole town would be an Ash Town.
almost reassuring to see that corporate mediocrity has wormed its way into every corner of the settled systems.
When's the report due, anyway?
So you want to come here for a half day?
Welcome to the Co-Heritage Museum.
I have a special
offer a
book for
brief
them?
tour, and I'm happy to discuss the city's history as well. Everything you see here is a piece of Aquila City's history. Very well. People are proud of their history here, so we get more visitors than I was expecting. So it gets pretty busy here, especially with school field trips. There are some things I would kill to have. I mean, wait, not literally. But I would pay a lot for. You see, the Cove family lost a treasure trove of old historic documents ages ago. And those documents would be priceless to have here. Well, all of them were owned by our city's founder, Solomon Coe. He's more than that, really. He's one of the greatest heroes of the settled systems. These documents would be, like I said, priceless to the museum and to our guests. Their absence pains me. Jacob Coe and I have talked at length, and his great-grandfather was a troubled man. He sold off various historic documents to cover debts. They could be anywhere. If you find any of that trove of documents, I will pay dearly for it. Thank you. Think of the future generations that could benefit from seeing such important history. Let me see. I know these names by heart. Every founding family of Aquila City is there. But this is the original document. See here? You can see the check marks. Oh dear Lord. It's real. It still exists. This is the original charter for Aquila City. And you can see their signatures. This is really the birth of the Freestar Collective. The core philosophy of limited government and inalienable rights. All here. Thank you. If you find anything else, please come back. If you ever want to learn more history, please visit.
Okay, so we returned a couple of documents. Guess they get put up on the podiums as we return them. Oh, cool. I've been hanging on to those two things since I picked them up. Forgot where I got them. I think I got one from the Mattis's base. I'm still looking for a hat.
Could I get the digital copy of the things I buy here?
No.
What?
My husband.
Why not?
I think he would have liked what I've done here. He so loved books. I am a bit of an aficionado of old Earth novels. Well, reading their stories is a revelation, not only for, I'll pay handsomely for any books you find like that. Except Charles Dickens. Definitely not Charles Dickens.
Doesn't like Dickens, huh?
Oh, nothing wrong at all. When colonists were forced to leave Earth for good, cargo space was precious, and for some reason everyone thought to bring their Charles Dickens collection. No, I mean he was an amazing writer. His stories are timeless, but what I'd give for a copy of Sense and Sensibility, or the Three Musketeers, oh! The original Three Musketeers, mind you, not the dozens of interpretations of it. Who doesn't? Oh, I'm sorry. There's nothing you have I don't have or am interested in. Sorry.
I'll have to go grab my books.
Take your time.
She's got a whole bunch of books available.
I
We'll just
sell
have to bring our
books,
books by
physical
here.
books.
Space is a premium on my ship. If I could download it to my slate, I could have a whole library.
There are places you can go for that, ma'am. Just not my shop. Good day.
Wait, can't we?
We're done here.
Okay, so
That's no way to run a business.
bring books
What
here.
happened to the customer is always right?
Matters of taste, the customers. That's right. But if you're going to dumb down the saying, you lose all of the actual
I wish we
truth
had
of it.
more cultural institutions in Akita City.
Only thing that gets me through the day. I'd be lost without it.
You heard of the Elios retreat? Supposed to be some new age people.
Hey, I heard you had Dunlop's disease.
Start collecting.
Huh? What? No, I don't have Dunlop's disease. What is that?
Your belly done flop over your belly.
Langston Manor. I'm beginning to get the feeling that to get a cowboy hat, you have to kill a cowboy. Oh well. So our next thing, really, is to go check out our new starship.
Nobody's allowed outside the city walls after night.
So how are you?
So currently, our existing ship is still there. But if we talk to ship services, we can switch home ships.
Got anything you need to... Hey, what can I do for you?
I'm just gonna view them off.
How about it?
So here's our new ship. And I will be, I'll be reworking this significantly before we actually fly it. I need to go start chasing down some of the various parts. In fact, I'm going to just leave it on this screen. And when we come back, I will have refitted the Star Eagle into a Star Turkey, which is a, well, it's a little bit longer and not quite as wide and has everything on it. It's my deluxe ship that has all of the workstations and all of that. So, yeah, while I'm refitting the ship, you go enjoy, have a good time, and I'll see you in the next one.